All right, hello everybody. My name is Tyler Holmes, and this is Urban Design Commission. Welcome to the April 23rd, 2025 meeting of the Urban Design Commission. I'm the chair of the commission. When called on, applicants and speakers will come to the front of the podium to speak. Only one person at a time should come to the podium. Please do not approach the podium until it has been vacated by the previous speaker. Please speak into the microphone and identify yourself and provide your address for the record when you begin speaking. Address your comments, questions, and testimony to the commission. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. It is unnecessary to repeat yourself. Citizens may address the commission on agenda items by responding to the chair's call for speakers during the discussion on each item and signing the speaker's log at the podium. All comments must be relevant to the item. The chair or providing officer may, in his or her discretion, prohibit a person from addressing the committee and/or remove that person from the council chambers if that person commits any disorderly or disruptive behavior. Please see the agenda for more information about the requirements. If you parked in the Sheridan Walker parking garage north of John Rex Elementary School or the Arts District parking garage immediately south of City Hall, staff can provide you with a validation ticket. The agenda and documents are located at okc.primegov.com/public/portal. You would then select the Urban Design Commission meeting, then click on the agenda item, and the relevant documents will come up below the item. Please see the agenda for additional information regarding meeting procedures and the review process. Keith, roll call.
Holmes?
Here.
Apatone?
Here.
Blatt?
Here.
Cow? Here. Dixon Osu?
Here.
Miller?
Here.
Of course.
All right, thank you. And we have our minutes from February 26, 2025. We'll need to approve these. Do we have a motion?
I'll motion to approve.
Second.
I got the it says voting not available.
Perfect.
Let's see. Apatone?
Yes.
Blatt?
Yes.
Cow?
Yes.
Holmes?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Dixon Osu?
Yes.
All right, minutes have passed. Today, there are no cases withdrawn and no continuance requests, and there is nothing on the consent docket. We do have one case for individual consideration, which is UDCA-250005 at 214 Southwest 25th Street, 220 Southwest 25th Street, 228 Southwest 25th Street, 300 Southwest 25th Street, 322 and 324 Southwest 25th Street, and other addresses as well. Staff, do we have anything to add?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This application, as you pretty much described, is a proposal for, I think it's 17 or 18 murals on 7 buildings in the Capitol Hill Urban Design District. These buildings are all lined up along the south side of Southwest 25th Street, from the 200 block to the 400 block, which is basically from Robinson to Harvey. We've prepared a staff report for you that analyzes everything that's associated with this project in terms of its compliance with the code. Murals are not an item that the city has much control over with respect to content or design. Those things are regulated through other provisions that are not applicable to the commission. The commission's role in reviewing these and in issuing a certificate of approval is just reviewing the proposed locations in the design district and making a determination of whether or not these are acceptable locations for the proposed murals. This is a project that has a lot of murals on facades of the building that are not visible from the street. They're mostly visible from the alley, much like the Plaza Alley walls in the Plaza District. So this is a comparable proposal to what we've seen happen in the Plaza District, and we've prepared a recommendation for approval on the certificate of approval, and we're prepared to respond to any questions that the commission may have.
Any questions for staff?
Do we ever see proposals like this where we've identified the area but not the content?
Right, because the further along we've gotten, especially since the adoption of the new sign code last March, I believe it was, we've further gotten down the road to the fact that we're not able to regulate content because of the First Amendment issues. And I don't even think that the muralists know what they're going to look like right now. If they had an idea, they probably would have given it to us and shown it to us. But we're just looking at it in terms of where they're being proposed and whether or not it's appropriate in terms of the location within the design district.
I'm supportive, and I appreciate the First Amendment comment, because I do remember that coming up in the past. Does the city have ordinances about what can and cannot be done, or does that?
I mean, there are
fall-
other provisions in the code that talk about this, that speak to issues about vulgarity and obscenity and those kinds of things, and prohibiting those kinds of images from being portrayed on the murals. So that's not something that you need to be concerning yourself with.
Perfect.
And I think Dustin could elaborate on that further if you'd like, but.
I was going to say too that I am a huge advocate of placemaking. I think it's one of the things that our city needs the most now to achieve our goal of becoming a top 10 city, right? And so it reinforces branding, and it also sort of slows gentrification with the identity of a place. And so I'm excited that we don't have to fight as much as we did before to get a mural approved in the city, because it wasn't a sign ordinance and it took quite a bit of time to get that done. And so, especially in this corridor where I think branding is important, because there's going to be a lot of development soon, and I imagine it's going to help not only reinforce the culture, but slow the gentrification in the area. I am interested in what, obviously this is the business corridor similar to Plaza District, and so the impact will be positive. But then I also wonder, like we have in one of our neighborhoods, Meadowbrook Acres, where someone put a mural on the side of their house. Does the city limit murals to businesses, or can people go and ask to be put them on their houses if they want to?
Well, at this point, none of the murals that are proposed in this application are on a residential structure. They're all on commercial buildings. But
Yes, just generally though, let's say that I live in Capitol Hill area or College Hill neighborhood and I wanted to put a mural on the side of my house. Could I do that?
yes,
Okay. I support it.
All right. Is there the applicant or anyone wanting to come speak about this?
Hi there, my name is Paige Powell, address 2109 North Redmond. I'm the chair of the festival. I've been involved since the beginning. This will be our 5th year. It travels to a different city every year. We started in Oklahoma City, so Britton District was our first district. We went to Edmond, doubled the murals that are in Edmond, Tulsa after that, and then Ponca City last year was our first rural location, and that's always been our goal, to expand to rural locations. It's especially in Ponca City, speaking on placemaking, the change in the area that the murals were in. I spoke to sanitation workers, and they would tell me, this is my route every week, and now I get to look at this art, and it's not just an alley. They've installed lights to make that a safe place, so it really does reinforce that placemaking goal that we have. And we also like to go to areas that already have some momentum in this direction, and it really helps provide a launching off point, and hopefully does get artists more work. I want a mural in my house. I really like this artist, let me pay them more to do it. So be happy to answer any questions specifically about Sunny Days.
One of my new employees, Natalie Ramos, is one of your
Yes.
muralists. Yeah.
Yes,
and
we're so excited.
Yeah, she's great. I think it's going to be great.
Any questions for our applicant or? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
I don't have any questions or comments specifically. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the application on the basis that the project meets the regulations and guidelines of the Urban Design Overlay District Zoning Ordinance as referenced in Section C and D.
I'll second the motion.
All right, it is passed. And going into our next item, that is all for individual consideration, and there is no other business. We do have the administrative approval report. Any questions or comments? Anything we want to pull from that? Okay, moving forward. Comments from planning department? Any comments from commission members? All right, next meeting date is Tuesday, Wednesday, sorry, May 28th, 2025.